entrar. Con la espada y con el fuego que viene Cristo para la tierra purificar. 12 rejas, 12 ángeles, 12 tribus. Dime dónde tú crees que vendrá, cause you won't. Ay, taking this truth as a joke, you're gonna end up on that nuclear smoke. Yeah, somos los hombres de Dios y cuando llegamos le damos con todo. Yeah, and we want all of the smoke. The men of the Lord, we don't beg, we don't fold. Yeah, somos el pueblo de Dios, el pueblo de Dios. Yeah.
Como le digo que cambien camino cuando le predico, no quieren cambiar. The way that they beating and treating my people illegal. No worries, they're saving our far. Whoa, coming in the game with the water. Agua, put you with the word for the 12. Palabra, mocking all the prophecy, a scoffer. Give them more cuts than a barber. Yo, hay un buffet, si yo bato de tu maldición, bonjour, yo me hice. New place to charge you every day. You're pushing new food anyway. Walking the lake cause we holy. God in my spirit, I feel like a goalie. Pray to the Father, he know me. Oh Lord, don't leave me forsaken and lonely.
12 ángeles, 12 tribus. Dime dónde tú crees que va a entrar. Afuera del reino con perros y enemigos. Arrepiéntase hoy van a estar. Con la espada y con el fuego que viene Cristo para la tierra purificar. 12 rejas, 12 ángeles, 12 tribus. Dime dónde tú crees que va a entrar, cause you won't.
Feeling like it's something that the Jew would know. My mother with it can't bring everybody to the door. And Jeremiah said like really only 2 could go. I pray she make it to the gate, but only you would know. You know. You know. Yeah, you know. You know. Yeah. I be riding through the city, I be caught in the close. Old friends staring at me when I walk in the store. They be telling me I changed, no thanks for letting me know. Cause any man that don't change, headed straight for the cause. And you know. My foe. Every city, every town, that's a side note. What we seeing only being undone now. And you know, yeah, you know, yeah, yeah, you know, you know. You know that I know, gotta stay sane in the brain with them places that I go. Don't wanna die now, I got a voice in my head, and now I just praise the most high though. Never should've played with us, now they looking like they play with love. How it feel to know your time is up. I know it hurts for them to drink the cup. Now some brothers in the struggle trying to see through the pain. I just gotta keep it honest so the people relate. And I don't fight a lot of problems trying to keep them away. We coming right up from the bottom trying to reach.
Welcome to Four Corners News. That's right. I'm Officer Azaniah to my right.
Officer Micah.
To my left.
Officer Daniel.
And we make up Four Corners News. Man,
right.
All praises to the Most High.
We live and direct.
I know it looks different to some people. They used to seeing Cap Tobias, Cap Severus, but all praise to the Most High. It's an honor to be able to hold down Four Corners News. All praise to the Most High, man. All praise to the Most High. Without further ado, we got to lead the people to salvation. We got so much stuff for you guys, Israel. We got a jam-packed show. But first, let's start off with the scripture. Go to Isaiah chapter 11, and let's read verse 12.
Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
If you didn't know, now you know. This is the reason why we call the show Four Corners News, because we are trying to gather our people back from the four corners of the earth using God's words, giving you God's message through his lens, which is ultimately the ensign, the Bible. This is the thing that's going to bring forth the end. So now, you know, we're here now. We're here now. We're here now. We're here now. Let's get some of the crazy ish that's been happening in the news. Let's start off with some hot news.
The laws, men that taste like leche. I'm a god. You better not disrespect me. Who I am.
The worst place in America to be a renter. Thousands are losing their homes.
Man, if you didn't know by now, now you know that Florida is Satan's anus.
That's right. Hey, we done top everybody. New York, what was the other places? LA. No, LA. Yeah, LA. I ain't gonna lie. LA is bad. Gas prices. So y'all know us down here in Florida, bro, we enduring.
Man, I'll be honest with you because the places that the last time that I rented a spot was like 5-6 years ago, and it was right by this officer's house, right in the middle of the hood. They was charging us $1,300 for you to risk your life and put your life on the line.
Yeah.
But now it even got crazier. So let's go into the article real quick. Let's read a little bit of that.
Tina Myers had lived in her Orlando apartment for 6 years. Then her landlord raised her rent by $400 a month with 15 days notice. She couldn't pay. Within weeks, she had an eviction notice on her door. Her story is not an anomaly. In Florida in 2026, it is the norm. Florida is in the grip of a full-blown eviction emergency.
Damn.
One that is
everybody out. Nah, go ahead.
And this is O-Town too. Come on.
One that is pushing families, seniors, veterans, and working class residents out of their homes at a pace that experts say is unprecedented.
Damn. Go on. Read the next part, the part that I have highlighted. Come on.
Florida now ranks as the worst state.
The what?
Is the worst state.
Florida is the what?
Is the worst state.
Could we move that from the side? Thank you, Jesus. Come on.
In the nation for renters.
In the what?
The worst state in the nation for renters.
Man, we going through it. The curses of Deuteronomy 28 is real.
I think Florida was designed to be a trap. That's why, when we travel, the majority of our travel, like if we go to see Bishop in Atlanta, the majority of our travel just to get up there is 6, 7, 8.
No, it's 10 hours, bro. It takes us 8 to 10 hours to get up there.
Just to get out of Florida. Not even to get up there. Just to get out of Florida. And then to get to Bishop is like an hour, 2 hours.
Because right now, South Florida become a prime real estate because they want to move all the black people out of here. Because other states like New York, they got a restriction on how much you can increase your rent. They got restriction. Florida ain't got no restriction. You can do whatever you want, whatever you feel like. That's why you see people can just raise their rent on you within give you 3 weeks notice when they're gonna renew. They don't have to tell you how much. Some places, they used to do like 100 something. Now they don't care.
Right.
They just want to move all the blacks out of here because even some of the places like Little Haiti, they're moving all the blacks out of here.
That's right. Continue reading.
According to a new Consumer Affairs report, with approximately 2.8 million Floridians struggling with rising housing costs and 67% of renters saying they are barely treading water.
When we read that, we know it's talking about black people living 100%. Paycheck to paycheck. Read.
From rental units to rental homes, Floridians are losing the roof over their and their families' head at a record pace.
Now we know why people are moving out of Florida, because it's bad down here. So now since we kind of like visited Florida, let's go to the opposite side of the earth. Pull up the Al Jazeera. Come on, read that.
Congress advances U.S.-Israeli military integration plan.
Hot off the press. Hot off the press. Come on.
A provision in a bill before the United States Congress could tie the United States and Israeli militaries far more closely together, deepening their cooperation on weapons research, production, and technology.
When they read that, all I just hear the little one shall draw thee out. They are getting more and more invested into Israel. So therefore, because you're so invested into Israel, whatever happens, you are bound to be drawn into a war that Israel will cause. Read.
now you'll see why. Now it's going to start to make sense why people was hearing, media say, well, Donald Trump is the first Jewish United States president. You understand? Or why you go to one of the U.S. capitals and you see Jewish flags waving Israeli flags waving everywhere, but no U.S. flags. This is why, because like you said, the prophecy is being fulfilled.
Though hand join hand in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. Come on, continue reading.
The proposal, titled the United States-Israel Defense Technology Cooperation Initiative, appears as Section 224 of the House Armed Services Committee's version of the fiscal year 2027 National Defense Authorization Act, NDAA.
Okay.
The annual U.S. Defense Policy Bill.
So this is kind of like one of the bills that, they are trying to integrate or just trying to get passed. Come on, let's continue reading just a little bit more. The measure
is still at an early stage. The NDAA is passed by Congress each year to set U.S. military policy and authorize defense programs and spending levels. If enacted, the provision could mark a significant change in one of the world's closest military relationships, shifting the two countries from a partnership centered largely on U.S. military aid towards one in which their defense industries are more deeply intertwined.
So now they're trying to create a NATO for the Middle East, but we all know that is not going to work. So now, speaking of the Middle East, and this is in air quotes, speaking of the Middle East, let's go over to Africa. Let's see some of the news that happened. And I'm so proud of this. Pull this up. Africa. Pull it up.
Ghana Parliament passes bill that could send people to prison for 10 years for simply identifying as LGBTQ.
They say, me not want no white God, brother. Me not want no white God. They don't speak patois over there. We've been there, but, all praise to the Most High. At least there's some type of light that's being shined throughout the earth that lets you know that, we're not expecting this. We don't want this LGBTQIA 39, bruv. We don't want that. We don't want none of that to be sown into the hearts of our people.
But the government better be ready. They're coming for them.
Oh, yeah.
Once you put that out there that you're against, the norm of America, against Sodom of America, they're coming for you.
Right. That's the biggest weapon, because remember, that whole thing is population control. How do I control the populations? Give them vaccines. After I give them vaccines, let's all make them gay. Every movie that you watch today, it always includes some type of a gay Sodom. I got to use Sodom. I'm sorry, y'all.
Some kind of sodomy. Some
type of sodomy, bestiality that's going on that's going to infect the minds of our people so that way they could get their utopia. Now, speaking of that, right, let's come back all the way over to the States real quick. And this is sad news that I haven't seen per se that's running through the news. Pull that up real quick.
From Atlanta Black Star. She was just 16. Black Missouri teen found dead in woods as group of white suspects face kidnapping and murder charges.
Read that again.
She was just 16. Black Missouri teen found dead in woods as group of white suspects face kidnapping and murder charges.
If you don't know what hatred looks like, you're looking at their faces right there. White faces, white hate. That's basically what we're seeing right now. White faces, white hate. She was only 16. What did she do? What did she do to deserve you kidnapping and then murdering her? Because why? Esau just want to have fun with the likes of us.
He want to spread his sodomy, murder, and bloodshed. That's what he does. That's what he does.
And it's a team. They haven't done anything for them that's worthy of death. But Esau, they don't really care about nothing. And by the way, the one in the middle, for all you black Jesus-loving Christians right here, Jesus, I just love Jesus so much. The one in the middle look like your white Jesus right there. And guess what your white Jesus has done? killed the innocent black young little girl, 16.
Yeah, looked like his father, Caesar Borgia, and he got the same spirit too.
Hey, can I put a script? Let me get 2 Corinthians 6 verse 17. See, Christianity is all inclusive. That's why, stuff like that happen. Because us, that we know that with the children of Israel, we're not going to be partaking of this because we know who those people are.
Right.
Wait.
2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 17. Come on! Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord.
God told us to be separatists. Separate from these people. But guess what? Christianity is all inclusive. Everybody the same. Everybody's equal. But white man is on top, But if the pastor taught our people that we need to be separate, this 16-year-old would not lose her life. She's a Christian. And she was murdered by Christian people.
Again, white faces, white hate.
We don't.
And touch not the unclean thing.
What was a 16-year-old doing a bunch of white dudes? She was not doing anything good. Wait.
And I will receive you, and will be a father unto you.
God is not, if you're into Christianity, God is not receiving you. God is not your father. Wait.
And ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty.
There's a process. You gotta come out of among them. If you still say you part of Christianity, God is not your father. He doesn't consider you have son and daughter because he told you there is a process. You have to come out from among them and be ye separate.
Okay, so let's move on. Let's get into the top stories. Let's see what's going on. Read that.
Dr. Umar Johnson publicly criticizes Kevin Hart for allowing racial jokes during Netflix roast.
Okay, so Dr. Umar, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, nigga. So just if y'all didn't know, now y'all know. I don't know why I keep saying that. But Dr. Umar had something to weigh in on Kevin Hart's roast material. So just in case if anybody didn't check out the whole roast that Kevin Hart has done, because let's just pull it up to see what was said for him to be able to address the wrongdoings that he felt. Come on.
Kevin, they told me not to mention your kids on this roast, but I must say, you did good. They've gotten so big, they now buckle Kevin up in the car seat. It's true, he lost his gig hosting the Academy Awards because of some homophobic tweets, but you'd be homophobic too if you were eye level with everyone's cock. He got into a fist fight on a private plane, proof that no matter how much money black people have, they're still just gonna act like ninjas. Please fight. Like Bill Cosby, Hart is a black comedian from Philadelphia, and like Bill Cosby, women don't know when Kevin is inside of them. You've done good though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe. God bless you, Kevin. God bless this room, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you so much.
Stop.
Kevin.
Amazing.
Hey, you know what?
To me, the guy was corny. I hate when Esau, even though we know what the scripture says. I gotta keep it incognito. But it's, to me, when you try to do that stuff, you sound dry. You just try to fit in. It's just like nothing was funny about you.
And now watching it again, I picked up on something. He felt pressured not to say the N-word, so he said ninjas. But he felt okay to shame a black man for his death. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Because he knew he would have got criticized for saying the N-word.
Right.
But he felt like it was publicly okay to shame a brother that got put to death unjustly.
Well, we're in, we see that all the time within our community. Whenever you talk about somebody that died within our community, and then you start talking about rolling them in a blunt, that's a form of disrespect, and you're going to have to die by these words. Esau himself, he does not fear none of that. He does not fear none of that. Let's go back to the article real quick. I want to see what Dr. Umar, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, has to weigh in on this. Come on.
Dr. Umar Johnson criticized Kevin Hart's Netflix roast, arguing several jokes crossed racial lines and disrespected Black history.
Did what?
Disrespected Black history.
He's not lying about that. Read.
He sparked debate after calling out the special in Hart's response during the comedy event.
And you know the worst part about it, you as a Black man or so-called Black man, I'll put it like this, so-called Black man, is that you don't have no spine to stand up for anything. You don't think that anything is out of line when it comes down to your race. That's like you being okay behind closed doors of a white man calling you nigga. Damn. What sense does that make?
Well, he didn't accept that because his friends that was at the roast, they refused to say it.
He probably says it around him. Read.
I don't know what it's in.
Just read.
According to Your Web, the controversy grew after Netflix released the roast of Kevin Hart, which quickly spread online and triggered strong reactions.
And you know one thing about it too, with these releases that's on Netflix, this stuff has to be vetted, viewed, and say, okay, we could keep this joke in, we can't keep this joke in. Meaning everything has to go through a stringent process before it hitting Netflix by Kevin Hart and his team. In the back of his mind, he could have just stopped that joke before it ever being released to the public. But you know what he said? It's okay because controversy is okay. So since controversy, the only reason why controversy is okay for some people is mainly because they know that they fell off, that they don't have the same notoriety as they used to. So you need notoriety in order to get the people's attention again.
Because you gotta remember, all these people that vote, somebody voted all these
jokes, yes,
all these jokes. Guess who?
And they were viewed.
Most of these votes are
written
by white people.
By white.
I don't know if you guys can Google that, because you remember this is things that they wanted to say, but they cannot blatantly say it.
Yes, yes.
They use a
yes. So they use it as a form of a joke. Real quick. Go to Proverbs chapter 26, read verse 18. Because this is all they're gonna say. Because this is a stand-up special. Let me get this shit off real quick. Let me get it off my chest. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say viewer discretion advised for that video that was played, because they use bad language. So if you got kids or whatever it may be, just cover their ears.
It was a trash stand-up anyway.
It was trash, but just cover their ears.
We know that they wrote that.
If you wasted your life watching that comedy special, I just pray to God that He gives you some of your time back.
Right.
Read that Proverbs chapter 26 and read verse 18 or 19.
Proverbs chapter 26 and verse 18. As a madman who casteth firebrands, arrows, and death, so is the man that deceiveth his neighbor.
So is a man that deceives his neighbor. How he going to deceive his neighbor? Just like how this so-called Edomite is trying to deceive us through this stand-up and say, it's all jokes. Read.
And saith, am not I in sport?
Bro, I was just joking. This is a stand-up. Damn, y'all just can't take no joke, can y'all? I thought this is the place where I feel like black people, I'm able to roast around black people because that's your culture.
There's no hold bars.
There's no hold bars. That you shouldn't get offended because it's a joke. I didn't really mean it.
Can I bring the scripture?
Go ahead.
Give me Psalm 137. So that one.
The book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 1. Come on! By the rivers of Babylon.
By where?
The rivers of Babylon.
America is Babylon. Wait.
There we sat down. Mm-hmm. Yea, we wept when we remembered Zion.
Wait.
We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive.
So the white man that carried us captive,
required of us a song.
That's why most of us become singers. We singing for who? To entertain white folks.
Mm-hmm.
All the music that we do is to entertain them.
Mm-hmm.
And they that wasted us required.
Didn't they just wasted Joy Floyd?
required of us mirth.
Now we joking about his death. How many millions of us that they killed? Now they tell, make a joke now. Now they're gonna use one of our imbecile, Kevin Hart, to what? Because they want to vent it out. All the things, you can Google it.
Mm-hmm.
All those writing was done by white people. They want to vent it out. They use your platform.
And then the worst,
say what they want to say.
And then the worst part about it is, as they're doing a roast, they put it back on him because they know that that's the black Sambo. That's the scapegoat right there. Yeah. He's laughing. Why aren't y'all laughing, niggas?
They called him. I think it was Cat Williams called him the black gatekeeper. When Caucasians don't want to talk to you, they tell you to talk to him.
Yep. Pull it
Y'all
back.
have more on that?
No, go ahead.
Oh, you had some?
Yeah, I got one. Let me add one to it. Sirach, go to Sirach 22. And
man, boy, I'm telling you, some of our people they ain't got no damn spine, especially when it comes down to your ancestors that died for this.
Right. Read verse 13.
The book of Sirach, chapter 22 and verse 13. Talk not much with a fool, and go not to him that hath no understanding.
So God says don't talk to a fool because why? He don't have any understanding. Go ahead.
Beware of him, lest thou have trouble, and thou shalt never be defiled with his fooleries.
Because why? When you deal with a fool and his foolery will defile you. It will destroy your reputation. You understand? Watch this. Can you pull up real quick? Just type in Google court gesture. Court gesture. Just for those that don't know what a court gesture is, just pull it up.
And then another thing, you know how a fool defiles you? They defile your the way that you commit that 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 30. That 33 about evil communication corrupts good manners. What you think wasn't funny because everybody else is laughing around you because of the fool.
Definition.
Guess what? You're going to find it funny, and now it desensitizes you from real world issues. Come on.
Message. I'll pull it up. Scroll down.
Zoom in. Control plus.
Yep.
Plus.
There you go. Read that.
A court jester or fool.
A what?
Or fool.
Go ahead.
Was a professional entertainer employed by monarchs or nobility in medieval and Renaissance Europe to amuse guests, sing, juggle, and act silly.
So when God is referring to a fool or a man of understanding, a court jester would fall into that category. That's a man that was just made to entertain. He's not the one that's called to speak for a nation. He doesn't sit at Senate seats amongst other nations and discuss important things that have to do with running a country. He's a jester. So go back to the script, read it again.
Verse 13, talk not much with a fool.
Go ahead.
And go not to him that hath no understanding. Beware of him, lest thou have trouble, and thou shalt never be defiled with his fooleries.
Read.
Depart from him, and thou shalt find rest, and never be disquieted with madness.
That's madness. God says when you are a jester or all you are known for is foolery, God says you stricken with madness. Something wrong.
Let me get one real quick. Get me Sirach 10 and 9. Because a lot of them, in order for them to get that position, they're covetous.
Of course.
This is what they have to do. Once you do that, and because remember, Cat Williams say he's one of the rare one that's in Hollywood that's still a virgin.
Yeah. Because you don't see majority of them in dresses and
I already know where Officer Micah is going. As soon as he pulled that Sirach scripture, I'm like, damn, Micah, do not do it. Kids, cover your ears. Go ahead.
The book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
God said there's no more wicked thing than a covetous man. They will do anything for money. Even making joke of a atrocity that happened to your brother.
There is no line that's drawn for them. It's just like whatever. However I get this money is how I get it.
Wait.
For such an one setteth his own soul to sale.
Good.
Because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels.
Hey, come in the backside. That's fine.
No, wait.
All of
No,
them.
you went by that too. Cover his backside.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh.
As long as I get the wool.
Listen. You gonna have to. He's gonna. Never mind. This is a kids friendly show. PG-13, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all get it.
And you know how that's deep that what Michael brought out. Go to the other article about the same thing.
Right. Let's see what
YouTube. He responded.
Yeah.
He actually responded to all the comments that he was getting for the roast. Because a lot of people was offended, even the family of the victim.
Right. Bring it up.
Read that one.
In a video uploaded to social media, Hart said, "That, my friends, is what the F a roast is supposed to be."
That was his response.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're going into, Mike. He don't care. There's no boundaries. He don't care who he offends. Go ahead.
It's goddamn hard-hitting, relentless jokes of no consequence. It's the concept of a roast. You go hard or you go home, he said. No emotions, no
officer, can you wait 1 second? Why nobody ever make a joke or roast about what happened in Holocaust?
Yeah.
Damn.
But they can't say anything about what happened to our people, but nothing about the Holocaust. So-called.
Right.
What we're looking at is a slave defending the slave master. You want to continue? Let's continue hearing out what the slave or the jester or the fool is saying.
What
how
happened?
you're supposed to behave.
Officer, what happened in October in Israel? Why are they not joking about
No jokes on that.
No jokes on that. There's no.
It's off limit for white people, but black people
For Israeli.
for Israeli.
What is it? October 7th?
For the Ashkenazi.
No jokes about October 7th.
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
For the Ashkenazi,
No.
for the synagogues of Satan, no jokes.
That's off joke.
There's
That's
no
off-
ha-ha. We're not ha-haing and kikiing.
That's too far.
Yeah, that's too far.
Oh.
No. You're going to get fired if you even mention that.
Yeah, you call them the wrong word. All of a sudden, it's just it's racism. Now the
Anti-Semitic.
You're anti-Semitic. The Anti-Defamation League is all after you. Oh, my bad. Like I thought we had freedom of speech here, but when you have power or you control the media, you could get away with stuff like that. Continue.
No emotion, no effing feelings. Man, that's not what a roast is about. Leave the emotions and the feelings at the front effing door.
Man, you gotta leave that stuff at home, big dog. Read.
People are coming in and they're looking for the shock factor. They're looking for the crazy reaction about the hard-hitting joke. Let them fly. It's all in the effort of being funny. It's that simple.
Okay, so it's all in the effort of being funny. So now go to the next article. Let's see, or the next tab to see how George Floyd's family responded to it. Read.
Among these responding is Floyd's family. In a statement to TMZ, Travis Keynes, a spokesman for the Gianna and George Floyd Foundation, said Hart's condoning of the joke was sad for the culture.
It was what?
Sad for the culture.
Damn, even black people are ashamed of you, or ashamed of you.
He had an easy job. All he had to do was stand up.
And stand up and just be like, nah, we can't joke around that.
Joke like that.
At least we'll respect you more because you're a man of integrity. There's something that you stand up upon. But you doing all of that, come on, brother. Get some balls. Read.
The family also noted that given Hinchcliffe's apparent penchant for making jokes at Floyd's expense, they do not understand why the joke would have been permitted.
What?
Permitted.
So that means, again, somebody wrote it, somebody wrote it, somebody vetted it, and now they allowed it to be aired on national public TV as a form of humiliation, just like how they did Colin Kaepernick. So go to Sirach chapter 38 real quick and let's read verse 23. Let's see if it's okay for you to joke about dead people. Let's see what God says, because we're Christians in here, right? You're a Christian watching at home, whatever. All right, let's read.
Sirach chapter 38 and verse 23.
Let's go.
When the dead is at rest.
When the dead is at rest, George Floyd is dead and he's at rest.
Let his remembrance rest.
Let his what?
His remembrance rest.
Don't bring that stuff back up because it was already hard enough for black people to swallow, for them not to get no justice and no peace. Now you rehash it and you bring it back. What that further instills, or what that further reinforms in black people's minds, is that my life means nothing. Even if you didn't want to, you thought it was something that was just gonna be for your you didn't think black people was gonna care, but at least think about your young ones, your daughter, your sons, people that you're around, people that you associate around, because all of this stuff, it just shows that you are willing to do anything to be able to get some cash, even spread them cheeks.
But that guy is so foul. Even what is it? The Rock was making some.
Oh yeah, some titty joke
about his wife.
About his wife?
Yeah, he makes some jokes about his wife, Kevin Hart's wife. I'm like, dude.
Hey, YouTube, y'all know what Officer Micah's talking about, because I didn't waste my time just,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I didn't waste my time just watching it.
Somebody posted, I'm like, what the hell? But I'm like, what? This guy allowed that?
I seen him do some crazier things.
Your own wife.
But at a certain point with jokes, there has to be a limit. Even God says, laugh no man to scorn. That God is drawing a line when it comes down to jokes. Go to Sirach chapter 19, read verse 23. So it's not cool for you to be joking about the dead, because ultimately, as a man, whatever you say as a man, you're going to have to stand behind those words. And whatever consequence that ends up happening, because when you expose it to the world, it's different ways of people analyzing things. Maybe, God forbid, and I'm not wishing this on our brother Kevin Hart or whatever it may be, somebody's gonna take it the wrong way, and they're gonna put some action behind the things that you stand on. So you got to be very careful when it comes down to, pushing out that whole narrative of you not standing up or saying it's okay, it's just a joke. Sooner or later, somebody's gonna make you backtrack those words, big dog. Read.
The book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 23. Come on! There is a wickedness, and the same an abomination.
So it's wicked and it's abominable before God. What's wicked and what's abominable before God? What's not right in the eyesight of God? Read.
And there is a fool wanting in wisdom.
There's a what?
Fool wanting in wisdom.
There's a court jester that is lacking in wisdom. What's the wisdom that he's lacking? He doesn't know where to draw the line and say enough is enough. So because our life is not precious in the eyesight of the people that are supposed to be leading us, the comedians, the athletes, the ball players, so on and so forth, because this is the narrative that we have pushed out into the world. We saying that it's okay for you to joke about death. We do it all the time. Guess what's going to happen? Pull up that next article right there.
South Carolina jury finds store owner not guilty of murder and killing of black teens.
Wow. So it's okay for you to look at, for Ling Ling, a Ching Ching, or Ming Ming, or whatever his name is, which I don't care, for him or for the court or the society to say, man, this Chinese guy is a hardworking person, and whatever he did to this black man, it's okay because they're okay with it. Scroll down. Let's get some more about that.
So what we do is we teach the nations that our lives don't mean anything.
There you go.
When we abundantly can stand amongst the nations and joke about black death, you understand, by the hands of other nations and amongst ourselves, because they say, well, you kill each other. So what's the problem, right? So when we promote those things, this is the cause. This is how the nations see us. So there's no problem with gunning down a young teenage black male. Mm-hmm. You understand? Because they say, well, y'all lives don't mean anything because y'all don't treat y'all lives as anything.
And this was the perfect opportunity for Kevin Hart to stand up, because somebody told me something one day. It was just like, you treat people, or you teach people how to treat you.
Right.
So if you didn't stand up within that moment, now they know they could keep pushing further and further and further until you have no dignity left. As a man, what else do you have but your dignity, your balls, and your word? You don't got nothing.
Get some balls, brother. What the hell is wrong with you?
Excuse the language. So go to the screenshot that I have. Let's read in this article.
A South Carolina jury on Monday found a store owner not guilty of murder in the 2023 shooting of a black 14-year-old. The jury returned the verdict for Chike Rick Chow. Chow, 61, who was Asian, shot Cyrus Carmack Belton in the back after chasing him from his convenience store in Columbia.
Stop right there. That should have been case over, right? Open and closed. Because if anybody knows about carrying, or you had to take a test for you to get licensed, if you shoot YouTube, y'all let me know. If you shoot somebody in the back, is that considered defending yourself or is that considered murder?
Oh, that's murder.
Is that considered defending yourself or murder? Because we don't know. What's the word? Ambiguous. We don't know what's going on.
I've heard cases where there were people sentenced as far as shooting someone in the back while they're in their house. I'm talking about breaking and entering. What? The criminal is in your house and they see you and you see them, then they turn to run and you gun them down while they're in your house and you going to jail.
So you didn't have to go outside and chase them to shoot them in the back. But if you did it and you protecting your home, the castle doctrine is no longer the castle doctrine. It becomes murder at this point, right?
Yeah.
Things that makes you go,
How, Sway? Take a few steps back.
It's all depend on the victim.
Oh, it depends on the victim.
It depends on the victim.
So if you white, you're always
life sentence.
Yeah.
But if you black, that's all right.
Yeah,
it's all right.
I mean, we make jokes. You know, George Floyd. It's hard to breathe. You know.
Yeah,
and we accept all of that.
Yeah, we've been getting no justice for the past, couple hundred years since we've been to America.
The Asian was mistreated in an airplane.
Oh, right.
The whole community stood up.
They about to shut the airline down.
Hold on, didn't they get a whole bill passed just for them? Just recently,
Asian hate.
Asian hate.
The Asian hate bill.
Where's the black hate bill?
Now the Asian are going to hate that they have for black people, but no black people stood up.
Oh, so you thought you messing with Ling Ling and Ming Ming and Ching Ching because some of our black people, they say, you know what, I'm not gonna deal with the white folk, but you know what I'm gonna deal with? I'm going to deal with that Asian persuasion. The hell is this? She's going to cook me some sushi and egg roll. Now you're seeing exactly how they feel about you.
They know you're going to be mad for a week, and then next week you're going to come back and get the soy sauce with the fried chicken.
Oh, yeah. You're going to get the fried rice?
The fried rice with the soy sauce.
Hey, could I get the chicken fried rice, fried hard, and then let me get a couple chicken wings? How long is that going to take, Poppy? 10 minutes. It's always 10 minutes with them. Go ahead.
Hey, give me a script. Go to Isaiah 59. Isaiah chapter 59, we're going to read verse 9.
Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 9. Therefore is judgment far from us, neither doth justice overtake us.
Matter of fact, read 8 and then 9.
Yes, sir.
We got to find out why God said judgment is far from us.
Verse 8. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. Mm-hmm. They have made them crooked paths.
Talking about us, God is describing us as a people, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Our path, God says, when it comes to his commandments, is crooked. We don't deal right. Go ahead.
Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace.
Go ahead.
Therefore is judgment far from us.
So due to the fact that we don't know how to judge amongst ourselves, we don't know how to judge right. We laugh at our black people dying in our community. We spread drugs in our community. We got prostitution. We use and abuse each other as far as when it comes to unjust wages. You understand? We got our pastors robbing our community. Because of those things, God says, therefore, judgment is far from us, even when dealing with the nations. Go ahead.
Neither doth justice overtake us. We wait for light, but behold obscurity.
Jump down to verse 13.
in transgressing and lying against the Lord, and departing away from our God.
Go ahead.
Speaking oppression and revolt, conceiving and uttering from the heart words of falsehood.
Verse 14.
And judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. For truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter.
So that's the reason, if you ever question why don't we get any justice, it's because we're unjust with each other. You understand? God says until we learn to be just with each other, until we learn to apply these commandments with each other, you're never going to get justice from these nations.
Unity. Right. Because all nations, they unite. If there's some injustice that go against any one of them, they all stood up.
Right.
But not black people.
All right, hold on. Let's go back to the picture because we're not done reading that yet. Come on.
The killing sent waves of anguish and grief through the African American community in Richland County, where nearly half the population is black. After the verdict was read, sobs and cries of distress could be heard coming from Carmack Belton's family seated in the gallery. Chow sat silently frozen before slowly bowing his head onto his interlocked hands.
And you know where this store was located? It was located in the middle of the hood. So now, you know what they did? Give me that picture, not the Natasha doll. Give me the other video, the one that says the police. This is exactly what they did to go outside of their way to protect the Asian persuasion, to protect the white hope. Play that.
Oh, hell no.
You don't see how deep police is at that gas station because they know it's going to be some ish that's about to happen because they know they was dead wrong. Play that again. Play that again. Pause it right there. Pause it right there. I can't even count how many police officers and police cars are there. When was the last time they did that for anybody that died when it comes down to the black community? How come he get that level of protection when...
Because remember, they got
you don't find
there's
that
an Asian
suspicious?
act for them. That's why the white, there's an Asian hate bill for them. But they don't want to, now they're throwing their hate.
God.
And he had a shells making America great again. You already know what they about to do. He paid his taxes.
And this is the reason why they hold themselves not guilty. Go to Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 5.
Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 5.
Come on.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
So this will forever keep happening until we grab hold of the commandments of God. Until we grab hold of our true nationality. We're no longer black. We're no longer African American. We're no longer Haitian. We're no longer Jamaican. We're no longer Bahamian. We're no longer Dominican. We're no longer none of that. But we are the Israelites according to the Bible. Until we start laying hold of that, then that's when we're going to finally get true justice. Because one thing about when they kill black people, this is what they're getting from it. Because after something bad happens, usually you should feel remorse, but this is what the other nations feel when they kill black people. Play that video.
In China, the Natasha doll.
In where? Pause. In where? In China. This is one thing I want y'all to process in y'all mind. And I don't even know his nationality, but he got the chinky eyes. China. I'm labeling him as Chinese. Read, play.
In China, the Natasha doll is a stress relief toy. And the mukbang black baby, they eat those. Check it out with your own eyes.
This is crazy.
Now listen to this, yo.
Videos featuring a stress relief toy nicknamed Natasha are going viral online and sparking major controversy. The doll resembles a small black baby, and in many clips, users
doing a Michael
squeeze it,
Jackson.
stomp on it, throw it, and even run it over for content. The videos are usually framed as jokes or stress relief, and the trend has spread quickly across social media. What caught people's attention is that these toys come in multiple colors, yet the trend seems heavily focused on this specific version of the doll. That
Stop
immediately-
right there. So they had the different option to choose the different color dolls. They said, no, I'm going to choose the black one because that's my stress relief. So when he went in there and chased that black man outside of the store, when after he ran, whatever he did, whatever they say that he did, he stole water. Okay, cool, whatever. It's water. It's $1, $2, $3, $5, whatever. But that's no constitute for you to take somebody's life. Then this is alleged that they say that this is the reason why they chased and went after him.
Because they said that because I read the article, they said that he had a gun as well. He had a rifle or a semi-automatic or whatever, but they never recovered it. They said he threw it when he ran. Okay, but guess what? Hey, watch this. This is one thing we do know about our enemies. Can I get a script? Go to Revelation chapter 12 and verse 10. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 10. Remember, the scriptures say prove all things. So I'm going to hold fast to what y'all say. Y'all don't have no gun. Y'all accused the young man of stealing. I don't know what he did, right? But I can tell you one thing. Nothing in that store is worth that young man's life.
Right.
Nothing. If he did steal something, let him go to jail. You let the police catch him. You call 911, you catch him. And then he goes to jail for what he has done.
That's the reason why you have video cameras, not
Right.
for you to take justice upon your own hands.
Especially if the young man is running away from you. That means there is no threat. There is no immediate threat to you, your son, or your family that's inside the store. Read that. Watch this.
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 10.
Let's go.
And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven,
Go ahead.
now is come salvation and strength.
That's what's coming to us. Newsflash, heathen. God says salvation is coming to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who keep God's commandments. Come on.
And the kingdom of our God.
And the kingdom is for us because that's our God. Read.
And the power of his Christ.
And God said he's going to give his son power to bring us home. Go ahead.
For the accuser of our brethren is cast down.
What is God going to do to the who?
The accuser of our brethren.
The accuser of our brethren is Satan that you read up in verse 9. The devil, Satan, he's the accuser of God's people. What do we accuse us of? Being thieves. He accuses our young men of being gangsters.
Right.
He accused our young men of being toting thugs. You understand? Those are the things that he accused us of. So when the other nations deal with us, they think that they have to deal with us like that. They think that they have to kill us before we kill you.
And after they kill us, guess what? We become their stress relief. I'm just gonna land back on for you real quick. Go to Songs of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, and read verse 12. Because the whole point about it is, instead of them feeling remorse in China, where they are from, China, Japan, wherever they from, that black doll is the most popular one, and they said that is stress relief. Best believe when he took that life, he was relieved of all the stress that he had, all of the mental anguish that he had in America.
That was anger. Damn. He tracked that man down. He said he ran 130 yards. That was a football field to catch that young man.
Damn.
What?
Read.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 15 and verse 12.
Come on.
But they counted our life a pastime.
They counted our what?
Our life a pastime.
You know what a pastime is? It's a sport. Our life is nothing but a game to them. So for them taking a life, it's just like them in the scoreboard, just, enjoying themselves. Oh, I just made a bucket. Or I just shot a black man. Or I got a body under my belt. And he was black. Read.
And our time here, a market for gain.
So that's the reason why they will strategically put a store in the community, because why? They can look at us and they be like, I'm gonna get their money and bring it back to my community. That our time here as what?
a pastime, and our time here a market for gain.
And our lives is nothing but a gain to them, whether we are dead or alive. It's a gain to them. Read.
For say they, we must be getting every way, though it be by evil means.
I don't give a damn what I have to do. They justify it by saying, I'm going to make it home to my family. It's either me or them, whatever way that they choose to get it. When it comes down to destroying the black community or killing a black man, they don't give a damn. All right, Israel. Hey, just real quick, we'll be right back after these commercial breaks here on Four Corners News.
It's levels to this truth, what it look like. Elevating your mind to reach a good life. Knowing your purpose, having faith that it's worth it, and nobody turn you from it. It's a marathon, so run it up. Guard your life, protect your soul, enduring through the...
Yeah. I don't think they ready, man. I don't think they ready. Yeah. Scripts just like cornbread and collard greens. So full, make the juice swole like I'm supposed to be. So clean, wash me in that water, now I'm holy. Looked up, thought I seen the chariot, that's the whole team. Gold fringes with some blight boots, that's a sight to see. Used to have respect for the heathen, now they white to me. I knew we were the greatest, then the Lord gave the proof to me. Say it with your chest, who the king? Jesus Christ to me. Cut him like the chef, chopping broccoli. Used to be a nigga, now I'm rolling where them prophets be. I had to switch it up, went from J's to army fatigue. Ice was in them pockets, got precepts and some novelties. Where I get it from, it's just me, it was in my genes. Knew I was created for a purpose, this my destiny. Turn me up, never turning down, it's the best of me. Waiting on the kingdom so the heathen see the rest of me. Yeah. When you see us in your city, that's a big deal. When I got my brothers with me, that's a big deal. Black Messiah on the way, that's a big deal. One nation he gon' say, that's a big deal. When you see us in your city, that's a big deal. When I got my brothers with me, that's a big deal. Black Messiah on the way, that's a big deal. One nation he gon' say, that's a big deal.
With the Israelites, that's a big deal. A little insufficient, not a big meal. All Edomites gonna get their wig peeled. Stole a whole hemisphere, that's a big steal. Christ coming back in a big wheel. Inside of that wheel, another big wheel. Right now we're sitting on the field still. Whole Bible in my head, but it fits still. Just repent, cause I see you got a big zeal. New moon gone, but I'm lit still. Christ is coming, just sit still. And leave Babylon the Great with a big spill. Chariots coming with a big grill. So cold, we gon' even make your kids kneel. Real God's chosen, that's a big deal. You gon' regret the day you touch Israel.
When you see us in your city, that's a big deal. When I got my brothers with me, that's a big deal. Black Messiah on the way, that's a big deal. One nation he gon' say, that's a big deal. When you see us in your city, that's a big deal. When I got my brothers with me, that's a big deal. Black Messiah on the way, that's a big deal. One nation he gon' say, that's a big deal.
Hey, listen. At the end of the day, Philippians tell us, man, we got to, Philippians 2 tell us that we got to be in one mind, one spirit. We got to be working together all the time. It's not a me thing or him thing, or it's a Most High thing. We out here to push the truth. We got to wake up the people. We got to get to them any way we can, by TV, by radio, by the streets, by flying mission, whatever we got to do. We're going to do it to wake our people up because we love them, and they have not been taught who they are.
KZ3 in the building. Yeah. Calling you daughters of Sarah. We see you. Today is your day.
For the first author of our beauty have created them, labeled them. Beauty is much more when you relate with them, way with them. Hate it cause they ain't it, can't compare to them, away with them. My sisters like that precious, ain't no one mistaking them. You can't get her twisted, nope, sick religion's fake to them. Girded in these scriptures, sister sharper than the blade of it. You can surely miss her with them critics and their labeling. The apple of her father's eye, ain't no one replacing him.
We about to turn the world upside down. We about to turn the world upside down. We about to turn the world upside down. We about to turn the world upside down.
Welcome back to Four Corners News. That's right, we back, baby, we back.
That's right,
we are back, man. All praise to the Most High, man. Shout out to original royalty. Damn, that LM, that LaQuat jacket is having people go crazy, man.
Hey,
All
man,
praise to the Most High.
jacket, man. If you want to get that Hebrew drip.
If we get that Hebrew drip, man. Without further ado, let's get into the main topic. Read that.
Pope Leo XIV makes historic apology for Vatican's role in legitimizing slavery.
All right, put the camera back on me. Man, Pope Leo the what? What was 14th?
14th.
Okay. Well, he's apologizing. Well, newsflash. Today's class or the main topic is called Sorry, Not Sorry.
That's right.
God sees the hate. So God is seeing the hate, even though we're seeing that the Pope Leo the 14th. I don't read Roman numerals. I'm not that deep. I'm not that deep, but we're seeing that he's over here. He's apologizing for all the things that he did and all the previous ancestors. Okay, now let's see. Let's see if this is something new to them. Let's read that.
Just the highlighted part, officer?
No, just start at Vatican City.
Yes, sir. Vatican City. Pope Leo XIV made a historic apology on Monday for the Holy See's role in legitimizing slavery and for having failed to condemn it for centuries, calling the Vatican's record a wound in Christian memory.
A wound in what?
Christian memory.
All of a sudden, you just grow a conscience now, huh? I wonder what brought that about. Come on, let's read.
Past popes have apologized for Christians' involvement in the transatlantic slave trade.
Damn. Wait a minute. So over the years, they have apologized, but still nothing has changed within our community, brothers.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, after this has been dropped, you black Christians, bro, if you still consider yourself a Christian, after this, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Hey, you know what brings this to life for me is with this, what we just read, is that past popes has apologized for Christianity's involvement in the transatlantic slave trade, is that the people that enslaved you, they were your Christians.
Right.
They were your Catholics. So let me put one and one together because I have to be studious because you see right here, right now, you see my lower button is unbuttoned. Let me be studious and let's start putting some things together. The studiousness. So where did our people learn Christianity, Catholicism, Seventh-day Adventists, if it didn't come from Africa? Things that makes you go,
The Christian Baptist Church. Where did that come from?
I wonder. Where did all that stuff come from? Let's pull back up the article because I'm just so confused. Read.
But no pope had ever publicly acknowledged, much less apologized for, the role that past popes played in giving European sovereigns explicit authority to subjugate and enslave infidels.
What?
Enslave infidels.
Whoa, the word infidel is not a Negro word. Let's look it up. Just real quick, tech team, because, y'all got a major shout out from Bishop Kanai. All praise to the Most High. Last Sabbath. Let's just keep the spirit going, brothers. Let's look up what the word infidel means. Infidel. It's not a Negro word. Maybe I don't know what it means. Okay. Let's pull it up.
An infidel is a noun referring to a person who has no religious faith or who rejects the central tenets of a particular religion.
Okay, so that means that you get to enslave all of like the beast or the barbarian or the people that are without God, without white Jesus. So it's okay for you to enslave people that does not have white Jesus. And you know what they call it? Let's pull up that next part real quick. That next article, that next piece, Dummus Diversus, because it's not no, before then the PDF. Yep, that's right. Let's read that. Because let's figure out, because this is not, we don't know what some of this stuff means, so we got to sit there and break it down.
And we got to read this for a black Christian, because a black Christian will read or will hear the Pope apologize and think that, he's just apologizing because he want to acknowledge black history.
Yeah, he's real. He's real.
Oh, he wants to acknowledge us black.
The hell is this?
No.
Yeah, they did that in the past before, nigga. I'm sorry.
You gotta know what he apologizing for.
Hey, I like that. You gotta know.
You gotta know.
So let's unravel this history real quick. Dummus Diversus.
Let's go. Dum Diversus is a papal bull issued on the 18th of June, 14th.
My bad. I added dummus. I'm sorry. I'm black. Dum Diversa. Yeah, come on, read that.
Issued on the 18th of June, 1452 by Pope Nicholas V.
So his predecessor, read.
Mm-hmm. It authorized King Afonso V of Portugal to fight, subjugate, and conquer those rising against the Catholic faith and struggling to extinguish Christian religion. Namely the Saracens, Muslims, and pagans in a militarily disputed African territory.
And when we read about Saracens and Muslims, some of our people, we was called the Moors.
Correct.
I'm going to give you an example of who was called the Moor. Give me Micah, I believe. It's in Micah, something along those lines. Micah chapter 7. This is where the word Moor comes from. We was kind of going over this with some of the officers, things of that nature. Micah chapter 1 and verse 1.
Bring it out. Micah chapter 1 and verse 1. Come on. The word of the Lord that came to Micah the Moristite in the days of Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, which he saw concerning Samaria and Jerusalem.
So the word Moristite, it comes from the word, it is where the word more comes from. Okay, just so y'all know as an FYI. And the word more, all it just means is black. Could we just look up the definition of more real quick?
Message.
I know we didn't have this, but again, we just got to make sure that the people understand. We're going to take our time with this because this is very important history. Come on.
Definition of Moor. North African Berber, one of the race dwelling in Barbary. Late 14th century, from Old French Moor, from medieval Latin Moris, from Latin Moris, inhabitant of Mauritania.
The inhabitants of Mauritania, read.
Roman Northwest Africa, a region now corresponding to northern Algeria and Morocco. From Greek Moris, perhaps a native name or else cognate with Moris, black.
What?
Black.
What?
Black.
Damn, so the word Moor means black. So Micah, go to Micah 1 and 1, so that way we could, because all of these words, they tie back in together. And we're going to go back to the dumbest diversa. Come on.
Micah chapter 1 verse 1. Bring it out. The word of the Lord that came to Micah, the Moristite.
The black one. Micah, the black one. That's the point.
Let me add one to it, too. Go to Jeremiah chapter 3 and read verse 2. This proves, going back to when they were saying they was conquering Muslims in Africa, that religion, Islam, was spreading amongst our people.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
Lift up thine eyes unto the high places, and see where thou hast not been lined with.
Lined with mean defiled. Defiled with. Go ahead.
In the ways hast thou sat for them, as the Arabian in the wilderness.
So God says we sat to the Arabians. When you sit to learn. That's when you sit down, you sit in a class, you sit to learn. So we learned from Arabics or Arabs.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? That's why a lot of you see when you go in our communities, you have black Muslims. You understand? But that's an Arabic religion. So why is there black Muslims? It's because we learned from them during the sub-Saharan slave trade. Go ahead.
And thou hast polluted the land with thy whoredoms and with thy wickedness.
So God says when Arabs taught us Islam, they polluted us and they polluted the land with their religion or whoredom. You understand? So when we was reading in the Dumb Diversus about them going to conquer Muslims, they was talking about Muslims in Africa. It was talking about our people.
Right. All praise to the Most High. Now go to what I wanted in Joel chapter 3, because I want to pull back up the point real quick, and I could read it while he's finding that. Pull back up the point, tech team, the Dumb Diversus. I keep saying dumbest. The edict are thus seen as having facilitated Portuguese slave trade from West Africa and having legitimized a European colonization of the African continent. So they was conquering us. So now let's see who did it. Joel chapter 3.
Joel chapter 3 and verse 3.
Let's go.
And they have cast lots for my people.
They have cast lots for my people. You know what casting lots means? You are bidding for God's chosen people. Read.
That's right.
And have given a boy for an harlot.
They have given a boy to be a young whore, basically meaning a breeder. Read.
And sold a girl for wine.
And you are selling a girl for wine, meaning after you captured them, after you enslaved them, now you have power to take them. Once you capture them by force, now you have power to either trade them or sell them for whatever.
The boy was the whoremonger.
Yep.
They made him a whoremonger. And the woman they made whores.
Come on, read that again.
And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink.
So that they might drink, meaning they was used as a trading tool or as a trading
commerce.
They was used as commerce. Read.
Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Tyre and Zidon are African real Hamitic people, because even during that time, our people fled from 70 AD all the way into the interiors of Africa, and we landed in the west coast of Africa. That's why you have some of the traditions like the Igbo people, or you have the Ashanti. The Ashanti comes from the word Ashan that's found in the Bible. All of these things, they will have things that those people are going to be found doing those things that's found in the Bible, because they are still taking their heritage with them, which is what God says. Read.
And all the coasts of Palestine.
And those coasts of Palestine, they're going into the real Arabs, because during that time as well, after 70 AD, some of us fled into the interiors of Africa, and some of us fled further to where we ended up in Mauritania, because we was facing persecution because they kicked us out of Rome. Acts chapter 18 and verse 4. After we fled further, they was kicking us out. Our people ended up adopting those different religions.
Right.
Read. Huh? No. Continue.
Will ye render me a recompense? And if you recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
So God is saying, you're going to have to pay me back for the things that, how are you going to pay me back? Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring that same judgment on top of your head. Read.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold.
And this is what we're looked at to God. We are God's silver and we are God's gold because we are the vessels that makes up the temple. Even though during that time they was taking the temple, they was taking things out of the temple. Read.
And have carried into your temples my goodly, pleasant things.
Verse 6 is the point.
The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
They sold us into white people. Letting you know that's a transatlantic slave trade right there scripturally. So now go back to after the dumbest diverse. I told you guys to put an article right or a picture right behind it, next to it, the bull, the papal bull. That's what it's called. The dumb diversus is a papal bull. Basically, it's a law. It's a decree that was passed by Pope Nicholas. Read the fifth of Rome.
The bull stated the Gilder Lehrman Institute of American History. The bull stated that any land not inhabited by Christians was available to be discovered, claimed and exploited by Christian rulers, and declared that the Catholic faith and the Christian religion be exalted and be everywhere increased and spread, that the health of souls be cared for, and that barbarous nations be overthrown and brought to the faith itself.
That's
So
black
it's-
people.
It's okay for you to enslave black people. This is what a bill or a law that was passed by Pope Nicholas the fifth of Rome, or the fifth of Rome. That's what he just passed, and now his predecessor is now apologizing. My bad. I put y'all into slavery. I know what we did. My bad, nigga.
My bad.
Hey, officer, can you go back to the apology?
My bad.
Go back to the apology.
Come on.
And when we say black people, we're not just talking about black. We talk about Hispanics.
And officer,
as well.
give me Jeremiah 30.
Bring that up.
16 and 17. Go back to the apology letter.
Yep.
Past popes have apologized for Christians' involvement in the transatlantic slave trade, but no pope had ever publicly acknowledged, much less apologized for, the role that past popes played in giving European sovereigns explicit authority to subjugate and enslave infidels.
So the new pope apologized, make it publicly. Okay.
Isn't that Pope Levi or something? Or he's Haitian?
No, I don't know what he is.
Okay,
I don't
go
care.
ahead. My bad.
I really do not care. That don't mean make no.
They don't
Guess
mean
what?
nothing to God.
To every action, there's a reaction. So the action that you cause our people to go in slavery, this is a reaction. You want me to accept your apology? There you go. Maybe I'm glad you acknowledge.
Okay, yeah.
I'm glad you acknowledge. Guess what? When the reaction comes, you cannot say that's unjust.
And I'm gonna help you out. You want to see God's apology? Tell them that, Micah. To Officer Micah, tell them. Do you want to see God? Do they want to see God's apology? Because God got a way of how you apologize.
You know, he said. So basically, he said the past popes apologized for Christians.
Yeah.
But
not the
this
Catholic,
pope, but not the Catholic Church.
the
They
Catholic
now
Church.
involved. They now involved themselves in the slave trade.
So,
but past them, they was blaming it all on Christians.
Yeah, they was blaming it all on Christian. No accountability.
No
So
accountability.
now you acknowledge it. You say you are wrongdoing. Guess what? There's a reaction to every cause.
This is how God wants you to
when it happened to
apologize.
you cannot say this is unjust.
Right.
Read that.
Isaiah, where you going?
He knows the scripture.
Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
Therefore, all they that devour thee.
Because that's what conquer and subjugate. To bring to submission. Right?
They enslaved us.
Shall be devoured.
You devour us. I'm glad you acknowledge it. You're gonna be devoured.
Yeah, that's
Right?
And all thine adversaries, every one of them,
Every one of you that put your dirty hands on us, right?
shall go into captivity.
There you go. Every cause to every action, there's a reaction. Right?
And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
You spoil us, you rob us, guess what? You're gonna bring everything back. Take it. You're gonna bring everything back. Right?
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Right.
For I will restore health
So
unto
when
thee.
God do that, we're gonna be restored. Health. Guess what? We crazy. We're mentally sick.
Sick.
From
My
the head to
therapy, my therapy
Yeah.
is for you to go in slavery.
Wait,
That's right.
Micah, You gotta say ours, not just yours.
I don't know.
Hey.
Our therapy
Our
is
medicine.
for every one of y'all that touch us to go into slavery. That's my therapy.
Hey.
That's my cure. Wait.
And I will heal thee of thy wounds.
If you want black people to be healed, all you gotta go into slavery.
Yeah, if you really sorry, you gotta say it like how they said it.
If you really sorry
and you want us to be healed, say it again, Micah. What they gotta do?
All y'all gotta go to slavery. Damn. Then we will be healed.
Hey, listen, I love when Officer Micah go into his his slavery bag. Like, I'm sorry to put it like that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love hearing stuff like that. It's just like Officer Micah really, he really brings you back. Like, he probably was one of those Levites that helped rile you to war. Yeah. All praise to the Most High.
Let me land back.
Go ahead.
Hey, go to Revelations 13 and read verse 10. Just in case the Christian ain't understand that. Or they say, oh, that's Old Testament. Okay, we got New Testament for you. You can't get no more new.
Wait,
Revelation.
there's more. I thought it was an isolated scripture.
Nah.
You guys are isolating scripture. You're eisegesing, exegesing.
That was the old God. He changed, and now we're new in Christ Jesus. All right, well let's read what Christ Jesus said then. Revelations 13, read verse 10.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10.
Let's go.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Didn't the Pope Nicholas V did that? With all his ancestors that agreed. Until now, they trying to apologize. But did God say once you apologize, this can change? Read it again.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Go ahead.
Shall go into captivity.
No, I'm not going to go into captivity if I apologize.
Shall go into captivity.
God said you go into captivity, man. You can't change that, man. I don't care what you apologize for. Come on.
Build yourself strong. Get some good medicine in you because I'm going to need you. Because remember, now some of us, in the kingdom cannot get job. Guess what? When you with me, you will always work.
You'll never be unemployed.
So you a good Lord. You're a good.
I'm a good employee.
There's no unemployment.
No, you're an employer, not employee. Yeah, there you go.
I will work you, but you will never stop working.
There's no unemployment on Micah's plantation. Hey, read it again.
Don't cancel us for this. Oh my God.
Just make sure you make your back strong for Micah.
Build yourself, man.
It's Officer Micah's job. It's Officer Micah's fault. Go ahead.
Read it again.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
God says if you kill God's people, God is going to kill you. Not us, but God is going to kill you.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hit the bomb! Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
You see what that brings? That brings us patience and faith in Jesus Christ. That's what we believe in.
And just a sidebar, just don't think that we hate white people. We don't hate white people. We don't wish them any ill will, but what we do want is the will of God to come through. No matter how hard, no matter how harsh it seems, we got to do whatever God tells us to do, or else we're not good servants of Jesus. I want to be a good servant of Jesus, don't you?
Of course.
Hey, Micah, don't you want to be a good servant of Jesus?
Yeah.
Okay, all praises. So that should be nothing wrong with that. We didn't take anything out of context. We just doing what Jesus wants.
Didn't Jesus born in captivity under the woman?
Yeah.
Under white people kingdom.
Right.
Jesus,
if Jesus could go through it, surely you can too.
Don't get it twisted. Not just white people going into slavery. God says all nations.
All of them.
All nations are going to be under the Israelites. Go ahead. Just to make that clear.
You don't have all right, cool. So one thing about it is, the Pope was really sorry. Now let's see, because that was like, Catholicism, Christianity said they're sorry, but now let's see. Some people don't believe in that. Some people don't believe in, Jesus or whatever. Some people are atheists. So now let's see who else is sorry. Pull that back up. Pull that up. That next article.
There's a lot of people that's sorry.
U.S. votes against UN resolution calling slavery gravest crime against humanity.
The UN is sorry. Everybody's sorry. Except for the U.S., though.
Damn, I just realized that.
Except for the U.S.
Read that again.
U.S. votes against UN resolution calling slavery gravest crime against humanity.
Damn, America, you could tell that this place ain't right. They can't even tell you sorry for the things that they ancestors have done because you know why? It's manifest destiny. Scroll down. This was March 26th. This just recently happened, y'all.
Not MAGA. MAGA not going down.
Not Trump. Not the Great White Hope. Sorry for what? Sorry for what? Like that I gave you a job, that I taught you English, that I put clothes on your back?
Right.
Yeah, don't worry, we're going to teach you Hebrew, the real tongue.
Beside the U.S., Argentina, and
Argentina, yep.
And the Israeli,
yep.
voted against it. Don't get it twisted. It's not our people that's in Argentina, because remember during World War II, a lot of Nazi went
Germans.
German.
That's that
there.
purebred Edomite.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the purebred.
Don't worry. We'll teach you everything that you need to know. Matter of fact, you're going to show us exactly what we tell you. Scroll down.
Go back to the title. We don't care if you're sorry or not sorry. It don't matter. God's still going to bring his judgment. So go ahead, read that.
U.S. votes against UN resolution calling slavery gravest crime against humanity. Argentina and Israel also voted against the resolution, which called for reparation. All 27 members of the European Union were among those that abstained.
You know one thing about sorries does not change anything unless there's action behind it. Scroll down. I just want to be able to read more of how sorry they are. Read.
The UN General Assembly on Wednesday adopted a resolution declaring the trafficking of enslaved Africans the gravest crime against humanity and calling for reparations as a concrete step towards remedying historical wrongs.
Man, there's some good white people in this world. There's some good other nations in this world. There's some good Chinese folk, but even though they're killing you in the USA.
Saying sorry is the remedy.
Saying sorry is the remedy. And by the way, we could talk about reparations. Come on, read.
The resolution also urges the prompt and unhindered restitution of cultural items, including artworks, monuments, museum pieces, documents, and national archives, to their countries of origin without charge.
Okay, so it's without charge, right? So now let's see how else the other nations are sorry. Let's see which other nation is sorry based off of just what they've done. Pull that up.
Shock as France now scraps black code slavery law that classified people as property 180 years after abolishing slavery.
Right, and just read where it says by who?
By Mildred Europa Taylor 4 days ago.
So 4 days ago, them niggas wasn't sorry. I'm sorry to use the word, but they wasn't sorry. But it's all of a sudden you just want to be sorry now.
Abolishing slavery. That was what 1863. Emancipation Proclamation, and then the 13th Amendment around 1865 or something like that. And 180 years they took to say, you know what?
My bad.
Let's stop considering these black people as our property.
Yeah. 180 years after abolishing slavery.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? Y'all some good niggas today.
Yeah, you know?
You know what I think about that when I read that? That's like contingency talk, to where if any one of those black people would have riled up, guess what? They are considered property, but now we got them niggas under control. We got social media today. We got TikTok. We got everything that they want and need for them to be docile.
You know, after we done let the Haitians declare themselves their own, state or country.
Is a whooping that they got from them.
And made them pay us to let them be free because we were slaves that were. You were taking away our slaves from our slave masters, so we needed to be, what is it called?
Recompensed.
Recompense.
We needed to be paid back for our property. Right after Haiti finished paying them like 200 million francs, which translate today more than like somewhere close to like $100 billion or $100-something million or something like some crazy number.
After y'all done paid us this money, now we could say that y'all not our property no more. We could say
y'all free now. Basically, that's what they said. You know what? Y'all free now. In my eyes, y'all are free. Let's keep reading.
For almost 200 years after France abolished slavery, the Code Noir, Black Code, which allowed enslaved humans to be treated as property, was still in place. The colonial era law turned enslaved people into chattel, allowing them to be worked, beaten, sold, raped, and killed.
Come on.
France had never formally scrapped it until Thursday, when its lawmakers finally voted to repeal it. In a rare show of political unity, the National Assembly voted unanimously to eliminate it. It voted 254-0 to approve the bill, repealing a decree signed in 1685 by King Louis XIV, which codified the treatment of enslaved people in France's colonies, The Guardian reported.
Okay, so now we got some good white folk over here, but now remember what the U.S. says. Nah, we're going to vote against Black people getting any type of reparations. This wasn't the greatest crime in humanity. This was manifest destiny. Let's see if Esau or America is sorry for the things that they have done. Pull up the next article.
Colorado voted to end forced prison labor in 2018. So why are incarcerated people in the state still working for less than $2 an hour?
Wait, I thought slavery was over today.
Damn.
Wait, no. Why are they still working for like less than $2 an hour? Why are they using these young bucks and paying them less than $2?
See, that's the thing. Even with these countries saying, okay, well, we're now going to start acknowledging the atrocities of slavery, and we're going to abolish certain laws and codes that we inflicted on the Black people to consider them property. And they believe they want our people to believe that those are actions going in the right direction for us as a people. But the effects, do you really think France will allow Haiti to rise up as a people and build Haiti to establish them as a nation? No. That would never happen. Do you think that they would allow Africa to keep their resources so they can begin to build some type of structure and government in Africa? That would never happen. You understand?
Hell no.
All these are idle words. Idled actions,
right?
Fake. What do you call it?
Fake news,
fake decrees that give our people false hope.
Right?
Can I get a scripture? Go to Isaiah chapter 55, read verse 20. Y'all know this one. Watch this. Isaiah chapter 55 and read verse 20.
Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 20.
Bring it out. Psalms. I said Isaiah. Psalms. Sorry. Psalms 55.
Psalms chapter 55 and verse 20.
Come on!
He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
Go ahead.
He hath broken his covenant.
That's what they do. It says he put forth his hand them that be at peace. You understand? They declare war. They enslaved us. And now they say, you know what? We conquered them. They slaves now. They can't do nothing. Mm-hmm. Let's give them some type of hope. Mm-hmm. Read.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
That's the smooth words. I'm sorry. I apologize for slavery. I acknowledge that was an atrocious crime against humanity. But what are you gonna do about it? Where's the 40 acres and a mule? Mm-hmm. Where's that?
That's still not enough.
I know it's not. They ain't gonna give you that though.
That's the reason why God has promised us the whole world, because he understands and he's seen exactly the atrocities and the trauma that happened to his chosen. Give me Psalm chapter 9 and let's read verse 12 real quick. Psalm chapter 9 and verse 12. Because we always think that these other nations are there for our benefit when really they're there for our destruction. Read that.
Psalm chapter 9 and verse 12.
Come on!
When he maketh inquisition for blood, he remembereth them. He forgetteth not the cry of the humble.
So who is making the inquisition for blood? Just like how it says in Genesis chapter 4, where the blood of thy brother Abel is screeching out through the ground. God is making an inquisition for the blood that is being sown of his chosen people. Read that again.
When he maketh inquisition for blood.
When God is making inquisition of blood, figuring out, hey, why was this person put to death? Mm-hmm. Why was this person put to death? Did he do anything that was worthy of death? Read.
He remembereth them.
He remembered them. He remembered God's chosen. He remembers the Israelites. We're the them. Read.
He forgetteth not the cry of the humble.
And he don't forget the cry of the humble, because he is always being reminded every single day. And just because we was living in our wickedness doesn't mean that we wasn't humble to God's judgments, because we know that the only reason why they would capture a strong nation as us is because God had to intervene. Our ancestors knew that. Our ancestors understood the judgment of God, even though they wasn't, quite there when it comes down to the articulation of the word English or the English language. But we understood that this is God's divine intervention. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Come on!
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
This is what's going to happen, because you didn't want to listen to the voice of God. We didn't want to listen to this Bible. Read.
To observe to do all his commandments.
We didn't want to listen and do God's commandments.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Another word for curses, it goes into all the evils is going to overtake you and is going to overcome you as a nation of people. Jump down to verse 46.
And they shall be upon thee.
The they is talking about the curses, or these evils are going to be upon thee. Read.
For a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
And that's the reason why I said earlier that our forefathers understood God's judgment, because we was going to sit there, we was going to wonder, why is this going to happen to us? And ultimately, we're going to be led back to the Bible to truly understand that we are God's chosen people. That God was going to be using these curses or some of these traumas that we have to try to fix ourselves and try to mend the brokenness that's within us, because we know that the only person that could fix us is not man, it's God.
Hey, I didn't finish Psalms 55 and 21, but 21's going into the words of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Now, this is how you know that even though they may apologize and they say, well, I'm sorry, right? It's not true. Go to Isaiah chapter 33 and read verse 1. Let me get two scriptures. Okay. Read that. Isaiah chapter 31 and 33 and read verse 1.
Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
So God says, woe to the nation, the treacherous dealer is this Edomite. You understand? He is the one that deals treacherously with us. Because why? He robs, he steals, and he spoils us as a people. So due to his apology, but yet we don't have no 40 acres and a mule. Do you think just because he apologized for slavery and conquering us and taking all the resources in doing so, you think he's going to restore those resources? You think France is going to stop taking resources from Africa? You think the U.S. is going to stop putting taxations on all these islands, these Caribbean islands that they done conquered and made slaves of so-called West Indian blacks? No, they're not. They're going to continue to deal treacherously. You understand? Last one, go to Isaiah chapter 42, read verse 22.
Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22.
Come on!
But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
God says the people, our people, are robbed and spoiled by who? The treacherous dealer. The one that has smooth words, but war is really in his heart. How do you war? You take a people's economy.
Right.
You take a people's resources. That's what the scriptures say. Cursed be the man that taketh a man's landmark, or moveth a man's landmark. That's how he puts war in his heart and kills us with his smooth words.
Give me Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 15. So now, some people, they might just get very creative in some of the things that they're thinking in their mind. It's just like, okay, you just read Deuteronomy 28, the curses, the evil that happened to you. Yeah, God used them to bring forth the evil. Right. Yeah, we understand that. Yeah, he did. He did. That's our just punishment, and we're accepting of it. We're being humble when it comes down to it. But one thing that you got to realize, how God deals with us is not how he deals with y'all. Read Zechariah.
Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 15. And I'm very sore displeased.
You know who's talking right there? Jesus, God. He says he's very sore displeased. He don't like that. Read.
With the heathen that are at ease.
If you don't understand what the word heathen means, the word heathens means the other nations. God don't like the heathens. Why? Read.
For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
Because they went above and beyond what I told them to do.
Right.
So that's the reason why God is going to give us justice. God is going to give us justice. Pull back up the article about the $2 thing. Pull it back up. Pull back up the article, because I don't want us to miss it, because we still have a lot more to go when it comes down to this lineup, because we're talking about the 13th Amendment. Scroll back up for $2 an hour, and then, yep, right there. Up. Yeah, read that again.
Colorado voted to end forced prison labor in 2018. So why are incarcerated people in the state still working for less than $2 an hour?
Okay, so why are they working for less than $2 an hour? Here's an answer. Pull up the next picture right there. The next picture, the 13th, the guy with holding that, right? Read.
13th.
So what is that? This is the Constitution Day, September 17, 2011. So this is the 13th Amendment.
It says, I am not a man and a what?
Brother. All right, come on, read.
Abolishes slavery and involuntary servitude, except as punishment for a crime.
So this is currently today in the 13th Amendment. So they're saying that slavery is abolished and involuntary servitude is abolished, except when you're a criminal. So now we starting to put the pieces together why a lot of black people, they fill the jailhouses, because why? They help forward the affliction. Even till today, 2026, black people are still slaves. And even remember that Julio Fulio case. They said that don't kill him, give him a life sentence, because he's going to be used for he's a body or something, young bodies.
The hell is this?
Sweat equity. That's what they call them. They call them sweat equity. The little light-skinned dude that shot Julio Fulio. Right, so this is the 13th Amendment today. So now, give me that book about the civil rights in 1959, real quick. Zoom in some. This is just the page we like to give you guys solid information. Read.
Civil Rights 1959. Hearings before the Subcommittee on Constitutional Rights of the Committee on the Judiciary, United States Senate, 86th Congress, first session on
Okay, so now let's just get to the
Scroll down.
Go back
to the page.
Scroll down.
Read the bottom.
Proposals to secure, protect, and strengthen civil rights of persons under the Constitution and laws of the United States.
So this is this is how they protect and strengthen civil rights. So now go back to the next page. All right, highlight. Come on.
At the same time, the Negro question, the United States of America must be treated in its relations to the huge Negro masses of farmers and workers oppressed and exploited by white imperialism in Africa and South America.
So we're still being oppressed and exploited. Come on.
The Negroes of the United States are the most advanced section of the Negro population of the world and can play a decisive role in helping and leading the liberation movements of the Negro colony.
Stop. What I want you to see, it says the Negroes of the United States of America are the most advanced, letting you know letting you know that this place is not meant for us. This place was meant to enslave us and give us the worst of the captivities, but letting you know how great that we are. The other nations is able to see that within ourselves. So how come we can't, the other nations could see that within us, but how come we can't see the greatness within ourselves? Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6, just real quick. How come we can't see the greatness within ourselves? We are the most advanced Negro population of the world.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
Let's go.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Above.
A what?
Above.
A what?
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
God says that we are above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Now, give me that in Psalm chapter 50, because God calls the Israelites the greatest people that he ever made. His workmanship. This is how when the other nations look at all of us, they should see God in us. And they do see that. We the only one that don't see God in us. Psalm chapter 50, and I think it's verse 2.
Psalm chapter 50 and verse 2.
Come on.
Out of Zion.
Out of what?
Of Zion.
Read.
The perfection of beauty.
God says we're the most perfect and beautiful creation that he ever made. But one thing about it, we don't see that amongst ourselves. So now go back to the article, to the original one that I had, not this one, to continue with the thought. Come on. Start at the Negroes of the United States.
The Negroes of the United States are the most advanced section of the Negro population of the world and can play a decisive role in helping and leading the liberation movement of the Negro colonies.
Come on.
Within the Negro population of the United States, the Negro working class is destined to be the vanguard.
The what?
The vanguard of all liberation movements and may become the vanguard of the liberation movement of the Negro peasant masses on an international scale.
So one thing that you got to understand, back then in the 1969s, how our forefathers rose, like you have the Black Panther movement, you have AIM, right. You have all of these different movements to rise up. It even landed in India, where they had the Black Panthers in India.
Halfway.
Because they know how strong that we are. Imagine we was doing this because we didn't have no spirit behind it. Because Ezekiel said that we was dry bones, and eventually the flesh came, and eventually the skin came, but we didn't have no breath within us. And that was us in the 1969. Now imagine when we include and we put God into this.
Hey.
Imagine how the nations was gonna fear us, man.
And you know, going into this, what they tell you, because this was written by the U.S. government, right? Mm-hmm. About dealing with civil rights. They knew the prophecy. They knew the Bible. They knew what God said was going to happen with God's chosen people.
Bring it out. I already see it coming.
Go to Genesis. Yeah. Go to Genesis 49. They already knew. That's why they implemented all these things like the 13th Amendment. You understand? Black codes, during civil rights. They implemented these things to try to continue the oppression, just like, don't put this past you. These smooth words that they're implementing today. Oh, I'm sorry for slavery, and we're going to acknowledge you. They're trying to put our people back to sleep because they know what is going to happen. That's why we're reading this to you. Read that. Genesis 49 and read verse 8.
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies.
So Judah is so-called African Americans. Where are primarily the African Americans today? The U.S. of A. That's what that book is talking about. The so-called blacks, the Negroes here in America, they say are different than all the Israelites scattered abroad. And that Negro here could be the fuse to ignite the unity or the unifying of all Negroes internationally. Well, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans nationally.
So shout out to Judah, man, because the scriptures.
Right. It's more.
Hey. I'm trying to give y'all a shout out, brothers over here.
I'm giving it to him.
Okay. All praises, you know. Don't forget about Levi.
Hey, read verse 10.
That's one of the reasons that they're trying to go after the male over here. So heavy.
Right. Abortions.
The abortion, the thing that the young boys have, autism.
Autism, yep.
The foods that we put into our body where it lowers testosterone.
Yep.
Read verse 10.
Verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh come.
Because Christ came from the tribe of Judah. Go ahead.
And unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
So that's the prophecy, and they know it. They know that Judah, the gathering is going to be to the tribe of Judah. God is going to use the tribe of Judah to ignite this thing, and Christ is going to come back and save all his people.
Okay, let's go back to the article real quick. Go back to the article. Yep, read that.
Within the Negro population of the United States, the Negro working class is destined to be the vanguard of all liberation movements and may become the vanguard of the liberation movement of the Negro peasant masses on an international scale.
I think there was another page.
No, that's it. Read it again.
Within the Negro population of the United States, the Negro working class is destined to be the vanguard of all liberation movements and may become the vanguard of the liberation movement of the Negro peasant masses on an international scale.
So all praise to the Most High. Hey, real quick, we got to give y'all a shout out, Judah. Give me that in Psalms chapter. Is it Psalm 76 or Psalm 78 about?
Yeah,
hey, calm down, Judah. Calm down.
Judah would know.
Like, could y'all be humble about y'all shout out? All the people in the studio right now, I want to go to Psalm 78, maybe. Let me at least miss the mark. Psalm chapter 76 and verse 1. All right, come on, let's read it.
The book of Psalms chapter 76 and verse
Judah.
1.
Y'all needed that bad. Come on, read.
In Judah is God known.
And what?
In Judah is God known.
Yeah! All right, let's try that again. Let's do that in unison, bro. Let's give him a shout out.
Micah's not. No,
yeah. He's Simeon. He don't want to be Levi.
He's thinking about chicken and watermelon right now as the scripture's coming out. Man.
Read that again.
Repent, bro.
Read that again.
In Judah is God known.
Yeah!
See, look at his finger.
All right, you see no Judites in here, did they? Yeah.
No
all right,
respect.
All praise. We gave y'all shout out, man. All right, let's go back to the article real quick. No, y'all just had it. Yep, right there. I just hope y'all give Levi the same shout out. Come on.
The Negro question in the United States must be treated in its relation to the general international Negro problem. The question of a Negro World Congress should be considered, but it can be realized only if a Negro working class leadership in the Congress can be secured. One aim and purpose of the work among the Negroes in the USA should be to organize them as the champions of the Negroes all over the world against imperialism. A strong Negro movement in the United States of America will be able to influence and direct the Negro movement in all those backward parts of the world where the Negroes are oppressed by the various imperialist powers.
So Judah, shout out to Judah. It says, Judah, bring him into his people, something along those lines in Deuteronomy chapter 33. So shout out to Judah. All praise to the Most High. I know oppression here is bad. We just saw that in Florida, right? So now let's take a look more into like what the things that our oppressors has been doing to Judah. Pull that up real quick.
Chud the Builder charged with attempted murder after Clarksville courthouse shooting.
Scroll down. Let's oh gosh, this guy look he looks like a chomo. Scroll down.
There's one of them that look just like that today. So the John, he looked like
amazing. Read.
A live streamer known online as Chud the Builder is facing attempted murder and other felony charges after authorities said a confrontation outside the Montgomery County courthouse escalated into a shooting.
Come on, scroll down.
Dalton Etherly, 28, was arrested Wednesday following the shooting outside the courthouse at 2 Millennium Plaza in Clarksville, according to the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office and the Tennessee District Attorney General's office.
Okay, so this was in Tennessee. This was not Montgomery, Alabama, where they threw the chair, where Aquaman was there. Aquaman. All right, read.
Clarissa Greaves works at a coffee shop nearby. I heard the gunfire and looked up, and every one of the cafes, everyone's heads turned, said Greaves. She said she saw the aftermath unfold through the coffee shop window. Pretty scary, said Greaves. Etherly's arm was all patched up and it had like some blood and stuff, and he was getting wheeled into the ambulance.
So if y'all don't know Chud the Builder, now I don't know too much about him. I'm just going to give you guys a gist when it comes down to Chud the Builder. Chud the Builder is a streamer, and he goes out and try to get viral moments, but he goes to the hood and then try to go antagonize black people, aka Judah. Levi's there with y'all, Benji's there with y'all, don't forget. But yeah, he just tries to antagonize black people and
to get viral moments.
So he starts calling them the N-word or whatever it may be, start trying to lessen us as black people. And this altercation came about, right? So now let's pull up the next article just real quick. Let's see if the things that he did, does it falls within free speech or was he race baiting? Read.
Free speech or race baiting. Tennessee shooting stirs debate over live streamer's approach.
So it became a controversy.
A judge on Thursday set a $1 million bond for a white live streamer charged with attempted murder for allegedly shooting and wounding a black man, in a case that has stoked debate over the extent of free speech and the rights of content creators who profit from hate-filled interactions.
So you see, that brings the scripture right back to like in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 15 and verse 12. However they trying to get their money, they don't care if it's hate filled. Read.
Dalton.
Now I was saying, and another thing with this, even though, because basically we're going through the show that's talking about sorry, not sorry. We got all these politicians and religious leaders apologizing for slavery and the things that happened to us as a people, as black people. America is not presenting this sorry attitude towards us as a race. This is the reality of what America is presenting to us now, and what is it turning into? You understand? Where you have your vice president saying, we don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So they're saying one thing, they got those smooth words to try to put our people back to sleep. But the reality is, all of these nations are Chuck the Builder in the spirit.
There you go.
All these nations are Donald Trump in the spirit.
There you
where
go.
they want to show their real face.
There you go. And just like how you said, Officer Daniel, they speak smooth words or things that we want to hear, but the actions behind it shows us different. One thing that it's always been said, don't believe somebody's words, believe somebody's actions. That's what it says in 2 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 3, where it says the Lord actions are weighed by the Lord. Continue reading.
Dalton Etherly, who live streams as Chud the Builder, is charged in the May 13th shooting of Joshua Fox outside of the Montgomery County Courthouse in Clarksville, a Tennessee city of about 165,000 people, not far from Kentucky. Judge H. Reed Poland III forbade attendees at the hearing from using electronic devices and interfering in any way with the proceedings, and he ordered several people from the courtroom, including conservative activist Jake Lang, who was led out in handcuffs.
So one thing that we got to understand, what Esau does, he tends to do, he tries to use the cloak of social media. That's one thing, the cloak of social media, where he's a live streamer, try to get reactions out of people. Oh man, it's a joke. Much like how they just did with who? Kevin Hart with the Edomite, where he said, oh, it was just jokes. And now black people, Kevin Hart is defending the white hate.
Ain't that a saying? Every joke has some truth to it.
Yeah.
There you go. They're telling you the truth. They just cover it in joking manner. to be politically correct.
So now, just real quick, let's see how more white people feel about us. Read.
White woman, former Trump campaign manager, screams N-word at black neighbor.
She did what?
Screams N-word at black neighbor.
No, not Becky.
That's Trump.
Not Amber.
Oh.
Read it again.
White woman, former Trump campaign manager.
Former who?
Trump campaign manager.
No, not good old Trump, the one that black people sat there and voted for, where they said "Make America Great Again."
I thought Trump said that all black people like him.
Yeah, he got black friends, right? Didn't he make the all gold Air Force Ones?
And he made Nicki Minaj come to the White House and perform and all this other stuff.
Oh, okay. So Make America Great Again. Okay, I got you. Make America Great Again equals make niggas slaves again. Okay.
He made Negroes white and gold Trump Force Ones.
Yeah, and he gave immigrants outside of outside of black people that can't afford it gold Trump cards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now I wanna really maybe the article is lying. Do they have any footage of her calling, us the N-word? No, I can't believe it. This is the Trump cabinet. He picked her single-handedly. He knew everything about her. Let's see. Play that. Turn it up.
You pulled him out of my yard. You can go fuck yourself, you goddamn fucking ass nigger.
That's Chuck the Builder spirit right there.
This. You know that, right? You're in their files already. I'm so glad. That's good. That's good. That's rich. You're real mature.
Delete it. Right
You're going a lot of places.
Delete it.
You're going places.
Delete it right.
Damn. So even though what we're seeing is that the white hate has not went away.
Nah.
Sorry, not sorry. God sees the hate.
Yep.
So he still sees it until today, to where we have to get video proof. And after she has done the wrong, she's demanding for you to delete the video. So now let's see how Trump, the administration, feels about us. Play that. Pull that up real quick.
The Trump administration is waging a war on black Americans.
Is doing what?
Waging a war on black Americans.
Had we would have never pulled context before this, I would have said, nah, not the Trump administration.
Nah, possible.
Nah, they are good white civilian people that cares about the American citizen.
MAGA.
Not MAGA. I pay my taxes here. I'm a free American like everybody else.
Nigga, shut up.
Damn. You ain't have to say it like that. Read that again.
The Trump administration is waging a war on black Americans.
So now let's see the war that the Trump administration is waging against black Americans. Quickly, let's just read just real quick, and then let's get to our last video. Come on.
3 months ago, Donald Trump posted a video online depicting former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama as apes.
Not obese. That's what I call them. Obese. Damn. They posted them as what? Apes?
As apes.
Read.
He later took the video down, but refused to apologize for it.
There goes that white pride. Read.
5 months ago, Trump confirmed something he had long denied. In his first term, reports emerged that during a 2018 White House meeting with senators, Trump had referred to Haiti and African nations as ish-hole countries. When those comments were first reported, Trump denied he ever used that language.
So they had to get it on video for him to even acknowledge that. Read. Let's go down.
On his first day in office, the president proclaimed war on diversity efforts, not only in government, but in any institution in the country over which he can exert leverage. But then a few months ago, he bragged proudly during a speech in Pennsylvania that he had used that term and that he still believed it.
And you know what? He still believes it because anything that's what they call it, black where they make you get jobs or something like that because you black? It starts with IED or something like that.
DEI.
EDI, where they just
DEI
took that all the way out. Anything that's reflective back when it comes down to slavery, for them to acknowledge the things that they have done, they have slowly but surely removed it from society, from the school systems, even with the 1619 Project, where they want to remove slavery out of it. So now, if you didn't think there was a war on black people, if you didn't think there was a war on Judah, if you didn't think there was a war on Benji, if you didn't think there was a war on Levi, watch this video. Play.
I have a warrant. I don't have a warrant.
Read you want to read the title?
North Carolina police brutally beat woman with special needs whom he thought had a warrant.
Amazing.
I don't have a warrant. I wish I didn't help. Let go.
You see, but that right there is only accepted is because going back to what we said, this is how we allow the nations to see us where they can do things like this to us. That's crazy.
And I want y'all to play it again one more time.
I have a warrant. I don't have a warrant or it's in the house. What are you doing?
Viewer discretion advised.
I don't have a warrant. I wish I didn't help. Let go. Let go.
Stop.
Let go. I got it. I got it. I got it.
That's crazy, man.
This is war.
The reason why I took a pause, I want you brothers and you sisters to really sit there and feel the things that God is feeling. Just like how it says in Jeremiah chapter 8 and verse 20, that for the hurt of my people, I am hurt. God sees that, man. And there's no possible way that we are going to make it out of here unless we have that unity amongst ourselves. And even with the North Carolina police, you being a police officer is the profession where you can make the least amount of mistakes, because the minute that you make a mistake, it could cost anybody their lives. So if you didn't think that white hate was real, if you didn't think that they were sorry, that God sees the hate, you got to open your eyes.
That's right.
All right. That's been our show here on Four Corners News. All praise to the Most High, man. All praise. Just want to give a shout out to the captains that allowed us to be able to host this show. Shout out to the bishop. Shout out to the deacons. Shout out to the captain. Shout out to all of y'all. Right. And make sure that you click, you like, you subscribe, you leave a comment, you share this with your mama them. Lord's will, life lasts. We'll be back at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stay tuned, Israel. All praise to the Most High. Officer Daniel?
Scan that QR code. Donate to the Booster Club.
Right at
IUIC.fundraising@israelunite.org. You can donate. Give me that next one. Hey, you can also donate down here in Miami. If you've never been, you feel like you want to put in a brick, you could donate as well at IUIC.miami@israelunite.org as well. Also, you can like, share, and subscribe at IUIC Miami 2 Reloaded.
IUIC Miami Reloaded. That's
IUIC
the page.
Miami
That's
Reloaded.
the channel. They are shadow banning us like hell. Israel, we need y'all help. As you see that we're fighting against white hate, this is how you help. You help with the funds that the Lord has given you. And again, we're not asking for 10%, but we are asking for your help, for your donations.
Right. That's right.
All right. All praise to the Most High. And stay tuned. Stay tuned for Captain Sheminim.
That's right. On precept.
Yeah, that's you.
Upon precept.
Precept
Right.
upon precept. All
right.
praise to the Most High. All right, Israel. With that, we say shalom.
They ain't never seen a godly man. They ain't never seen a real brother. If you ain't never killed an old man, now how the hell can you die for your brother? I pour my soul into this. Measure of Christ, I'm trying to grow into this. Drink the same cup so I know what it is. This the New Testament, I made an investment. I had no other choice. I can see the future, but I am not raving. Store my churches up.